What was it like? Just walk me through, Becca, because all the founders are super fascinated about your Shark Tank experience. Walk us through, like, help us feel what it's like to be there on Shark Tank. I'm just totally curious about it.
Well, before the doors open and before you walk out, you're standing in a little room and they're actually recording you. You don't know that. And I was so everything you're doing is like being watched and recorded, which I think is common for any television production. So I had so much energy that I actually had to jump up and down.
Wow.
And for me, it was sort of an analogous to starting a game. I've always played sports. I played lacrosse in college. So right before a competition, you've just got so much excitement and energy and some anxiety maybe, but I just had to jump up and down. So, and then when the doors open, it's this out of body experience because for me, I had watched the show for so many years and dreamt about going on. And there I was on the set, very much an out of body surreal experience and high stress. And you've probably heard me say this before, but the key to being successful on that show is preparation.
Yeah.
And I could lean on the fact that I knew I was very, very prepared.
Mm.
So I may not remember everything I said because I was having an out of body experience, but I knew that I had my bullet points that I wanted to convey. I knew, the financials, I knew all the things to say. And so that's what I could lean on. And so preparation, and that's a really good point, even for these pitch events, which I agree with you about practice, that they're great practice venues, but you've got to know your business and know your key points.
Yeah. I would say my interview down at Y Combinator, I went down in 2015. So this is before they went online and they did it quickly. And so I probably was like the last vestige of Y Combinator interviews where it was 20 minutes, me and my co-founder, three people in the room, and it was 20 minutes and it went by. I thought it went by in 30 seconds. Like, that's true. The out of body experience, time has no meaning. Like, it is done in a flash. And you're just hoping that you just went on autopilot and said all the right things. But because I was prepared, like you said, like people always say, and how is it that you sort of know what to say when it comes to investors or presenting or any type of conversation? And I say, yeah, it's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's like a magic trick. And they go, yeah. I go, well, that's easy. Just load your hat with 1,000 rabbits and you're going to be good, right? So question back to you. How long did you prep? Like, what was that prep like for the show to be on Shark Tank?
It was many, many months. I would say it was about 6 months, but probably 3 months, very intensive preparation, including professional media training, which was something
Wow.
that takes, it's a lot of money and it's a full day of working with a professional, but I highly recommend it. But then daily kind of question, kind of Q&A from our staff in our office to just be peppered with like a range of different questions, being prepared for that, like not knowing what they're going to ask, two people asking two different questions at once. So trying to create that chaos, which
Yeah.
Shark Tank tries to do. So it was about 3 months of intensive preparation. And then I would say 2 weeks leading up to it was like 24/7, thinking, dreaming, sleeping,
Yeah.
watching old episodes, researching previous pitches, everything.
Wait a second. Now, was that media training mandatory or is that something you just supplemented as far as what you wanted?
Supplemented. Yeah, we
Okay.
just decided that'd be a great tactic. And a friend had suggested that, and it's great advice. And I recommend to founders to look into that regardless of whether Shark Tank is even on the radar, because that can be really a helpful practice because it gives you sort of a strategy and then you can take that to whatever situations you're in.
Okay, great.